Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper, and it has been a month since I have done a high dollar only what sold from my own personal sales. I do high dollar only once a month. So for those of you who are more interested in only those higher profit items, you can get it all packed into one video. I do show what sold every week with my bread and butter lower dollar items as well. But this one, I am only going to show you high dollar. They all sold for over $50. I will tell you what they sold for. I will tell you where I got them. I will tell you how long they took to sell. And this time, there are also going to be high dollar from Poshmark and Mercari, as well as eBay. We had our biggest sale ever over on Poshmark this week, and I'm excited to share it with you. All right, so I'll start off by saying I'm going to show you Poshmark and Mercari first. There are just a few. A few of you have asked me if all of these higher dollar items that I show on research videos would sell as high on Poshmark and Mercari as well as Etsy. The answer is yes, I do think they would sell, but I will tell you, I think they would sell less frequently on Poshmark and Mercari. I am not selling on Etsy anymore. I do think higher dollar items would do well on Etsy. However, we stopped listing on Etsy because we weren't getting enough sales to make it worth the time to list. It does take a little bit longer to list over on Etsy. So we use List Perfectly to cross post. If you'd like to try it, you can move your items from any platform with just a couple of clicks. We have a code, the Nurse Flipper. You will get 30% off. You will see these higher dollar sales do come on the other platforms, and just one of them covers the fee for List Perfectly for several months. However, we get bread and butter item sales over there as well. Typically, it's about $2,000 plus in sales from Poshmark and Mercari for us. So depending on how many items you have, of course, that is going to vary. But I definitely think it's worth giving it a try for at least a month. And they do have the function now where it will end the items on the other platforms for you when one sells. So that is something I know a lot of you were waiting for, and it is here. So let's go ahead, get started. We'll take a look at those high dollar Posh and Mercari sales, and then we will move over to eBay. First up on Mercari is this vintage Barbie 1970 blue royalty for first stole shawl. I did have the number 1469. This one sold for $51.99 on Mercari plus shipping. And this one I got in an online auction lot. I paid about $5 for it. So paid up a little bit, but this one's over a $40 profit, and it sold in under a month on Mercari. Is this yacht sextant, which is a directional tool used on ships. This one I got in an online auction. It sold in under a month. I did pay $150, so it's actually close to $200 profit. I accepted a best offer of $387 on Mercari. And here you can see the photos that we did. This one was in excellent condition. And the person who bought it actually told me that it had been tuned and it was very well kept. They were very, very happy with the purchase. They actually asked me if I had any other items, but this was the only one that I got on auction. I didn't see any other nautical tools in that auction listing. And this one was a great, great sale on Mercari. You will see us sell J. King on all three of the platforms. So jewelry definitely is one item that does sell well on multiple platforms. This one is a J. King sterling and turquoise blue bead necklace. I did put chunky, sold for $75. I paid $20, so it's about a $40 profit. And you can see here the photos that we take. We show it on the stand as well as off of the stand. This is the J. King heart that you can use to identify J. King pieces. We do show the link there and a close-up here. There is that DTR 925 China. That is what you need to look for to identify J. King. And this one was a great sale on Mercari at $75. Now I am going to start off Poshmark with the highest sale I think I have ever had over here on Poshmark. This is an early Polysart butterfly lampwork flower and millefiori garland paperwork. This one sold for $500. Beautiful, beautiful piece. You can see here the different photographs of it. This is actually an unsigned piece I got from a known paperweight collector's auction. The whole auction was paperweights. I did pay $150 for this one, so it's about a $300 profit, and it did take about 2 years to sell. Now it does say free authentication, so I'm not sure if this one will be sent to Poshmark, and I'm not sure who they would have that could authenticate this. So this is kind of a new experience for me, and I will try and let you guys know once I do know how that works. Next is another jewelry piece. This is a vintage alpaca silver abalone 5-panel story bracelet. This one is 7-inch. It has dragons and gods on it. This one sold for $60 on Poshmark. I paid about $10. So for me, it's about a $38 to $40 profit after fees. You can see this one is very, very wide. We do show up close to show the condition of this bracelet. There it is showing the link. And this one was a great sale. Another higher dollar jewelry piece that sold on Poshmark. Here is another pair, and I got these in a jewelry lot. I'm about $15 in, so this one is close to $150 profit. This is Kingman turquoise signed sterling silver pear-shaped Navajo vintage. You can see here, these are gorgeous, gorgeous earrings. Here is the back. They are signed. There is the sterling. They were by artist Gary Blom. So these were originally $175. I was able to identify it as being Kingman turquoise by the sticker, and they sold very, very fast over on Poshmark for close to $200. The buyer that bought the turquoise also bought the set of 3 cast iron mermaids. These took a little over a year to sell. They sold for $65. I got them in a bathroom lot online, so I'm about $10 in. So they are about a $40 profit. And these are just cute little mermaids. Somebody had used them as bathroom decor. Again, took a little bit longer to sell, but really good profit. This one I made a combined sale for someone. So they got this empty jewelry box and a sterling silver Navajo watch. So I put them together for the buyer because they bought them separately and asked if I could cancel and put them together. So they can make their own bundles, but a lot of people don't know how. I actually can never figure out how to make a bundle for a customer, but this jewelry box was about $20 of it, and the Navajo watch was about $45. And the jewelry box I got in a lot with items from my box collection I bought. The Navajo watch I paid about $20. So this one's actually only about a $25 profit. Next is another jewelry piece. So this is a Southwest Guatemalan sterling silver cuff. This one sold for $67. I paid about $20. So it's about a $30 to $35 profit. It sold in under a month. I did get this from an online auction as well. Here you can see it has made, and it actually says Guatemala under there. So this one was a really good sale, very, very fast. And I am happy with that. So definitely the jewelry will sell over on Poshmark. Last on Poshmark is this Patricia Nash distressed Italian leather messenger bag. Definitely a name you want to know and look out for. This one sold for $58. I picked this up at a thrift store. I did not pay very much, and it sold in about 3 months, so a little bit longer to sell, and it sold over on Poshmark. And all of these items were listed on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. So where you are seeing me show them is where they sold first. And this one was a great, great sale. Keep an eye out for Patricia Nash. Her handbags do very well. All right, now we are going to take a look at the eBay sales. This one was a turquoise necklace, turquoise and sterling silver, that sold over on eBay. I did accept a best offer on this. I actually sent it out for $58.49. This one was listed less than a month and sold for $58. I paid about $10, so it's about a $40 to $45 profit. Here you can see the photos. This one was very petite. It actually, I think this one was listed less than a week. It sold very, very fast. We do show the weight of it on the scale, and this one was a great, great sale. Is another one that I sent an offer out of 58. So when my items have been listed less than 3 months, I do send 10% offers out, and that is what is making these sales. So if you are not sending offers out, I definitely recommend it. This one sold for 58. I paid $4 for this one, and this one is about a $45 profit. This one sold very, very fast. This is a Museum of Fine Arts sunflower brooch pen, enamel. This one sold for a best offer of $65. It sold in under a day. So that $119.99 was my price before my sale kicked in. So it actually would have been about $75. However, there were some listed lower than mine. So I was happy with 65. I paid less than $5. It is over a $50 profit in under a day. Very, very fast seller. There you can see that MFA, which does stand for Museum of Fine Arts. You can see we do show it with the measurements as well. And this one was a great, great sale, $65 and well over a $50 profit. Next is a Chanel empty necklace box. This one did sell for the asking price of $58. I will tell you that we have sold the majority of our boxes, so I am starting to send higher offers out. I actually just lowered the price on all of our Louis Vuitton boxes because we have so many left, but our Chanel, Hermes, and Louis Vuitton have almost sold out. So this one is a really nice necklace box. You can see here it does have the velvet display with the snaps to hold the necklace. Really, really nice box. On the boxes, I'm less than $5 in. This one took 3 months to sell, and it's about a $45 profit. Next is a pair of Keens. These also sold on a 10% offer I sent out. And these are size 12. I picked these up at the thrift store for $7.50. So they're about a $42 to $43 profit. And I don't pick up a ton of shoes, but I will pick up Keens. Here you can see there was $15 on the bottom of them. I got them for half off, and these sold in about 2 months. Next is a Dooney and Burke Dillon double pocket satchel, pebbled leather hobo handbag or purse. This one I sold on an offer of $59.14. And that's because I've had it for over 3 months. So at 3 months, I switched my offers to 30% off. So this one sold for $58. I got it in an online auction for about $10. So it's about a $40 profit. You can see the photos that we take here of all of the angles. Definitely want to show the bottom of purses. And this one was a good sale, good profit, but it did take about 3 months to sell. This one actually sold today, the day that I am recording it. And this one we have had about 6 months. So this one was a longer tail item. This is another one I sent a 30% offer off on. So I'm trying to tell you guys when these are offers because I think it's really important to send offers. So send a 30% off offer on this, which was for $68.24. And I only paid $5 for this. So this one is well over a $50 profit. Bought it in an online auction. It is a Kenneth J. Lane, and I am going to show you that marking. You can see here we do show it on our hand, and I zoomed here. You can see the KJL, which is the Kenneth J. Lane marking, and took about 6 months, but still a really good profit. And with jewelry, it's nice because it really does not take up that much space. Some more J. King. This one sold at full price. This one was not an offer. This is a J. King lapis lazuli chunky necklace, sold for $64.99. I paid about $20 for this, so it's about a $35 profit after fees. And this one took less than a month to sell, so it was a fast seller. Here you can see the photos again that we do. We do sell a lot of J. King pieces. I have done very, very well with them on all of the platforms. Here is another one that sold at full asking price. This is a pair of Dansko Harlow Mary Janes. Got these for $3 at a thrift store. I will pop up that video from Catch Treasure Hunting. I got a ton of Danskos that day. So they sold in less than a month. They are over a $50 profit. Keep your eye out for Dansko Mary Janes. These are in excellent, excellent condition here. You can see, and they were a very, very good, over a $50 profit. Next is this Brighton canvas bag. This one I picked up while I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and this one did take about 6 months to sell. I only paid $3 for this. Sold for a best offer on $64.50. So again, I do take lower offers if I've had them a while. This one I had 6 months. I only had $3 into it, so I did accept that $64.50. It is still well over a $50 profit for me. You can see this is a really, really nice Brighton handbag, and it took a little bit longer to sell. Here you can see the Brighton verification tag, the Brighton on the bag, and this one was a great, great sale, and I'm okay waiting 6 months to make over a $50 profit. This is another full price sale. This is a Beretta sweater, men's XL. It was a wool knit. I got this for $1. This is well over a $50 profit. And this one sold in under a month as well. So another fast seller. Picked it up at the thrift store. So keep your eye out for Beretta. There you can see that tag. Really, really good sale on this shooting sweater. Next is another J. King. This one sold on a best offer that they sent me of $75. This is a pink rhodochrosite. So sold for $75. I paid $20, so about a $45 profit. It sold in under a month. And I typically only take that 10%, which would have been about $79, but they sent me $75. That was close to what I was wanting. I accepted, and I'm glad I did because they actually bought another J. King necklace from me, and I don't think they would have had I not accepted their offer. Next is this really cool Navajo sterling silver and agate. This is definitely modernist style. Was signed LS. I did put a question mark because I believe that, or it was signed LY. I do believe it is Louise Yazzie, but I was not 100%. So if I'm not 100%, I do put a question mark. This one sold for a best offer. I sent out of that 10% off for $76.04. Sold in under a day. This one was a very, very fast seller. Here you can see the 835 and the LY for the maker's mark. This one was a vintage one for sure. Beautiful piece. I picked this up on auction for about $15. So this one is about a $50 profit. Another J. King. We do very well. I picked them up on online auctions. I did pay $20. This one is another one. I sent out a 10% offer, sold for $76.04. So it is over a $50 profit. It sold in about a month. So a little bit longer, not too long. I love jewelry because it doesn't take up a bunch of space. And this one was a great sale. I bet a lot of you would have passed this up, and it did take longer to sell. It took about a year to sell, but I picked these up for $3 a roll at the local thrift store. So I was $9 in. I accepted a best offer of $65. So they're about a $45 profit. Again, they did take a year to sell. They are paintable wallpaper. I looked these up. I saw they were selling high. They took a long time, but that is still a really, really good profit. J. King necklace, Mine Finds. This one sold for full asking price at $84.49. I paid $20. So this is another one over a $50 profit. This one also sold in under a month. Very fast seller. And here again, show the photos of it on the necklace stand, close up of the marks, and a really, really good sale. This one sold on an $80 offer, and it was somebody that had bought other necklaces from me. So typically I wouldn't have accepted less than 90 because it was listed less than a month. But when a customer is buying other stuff, I am a little more negotiable with them. So this one is rhodochrosite and turquoise, sold for 80. I paid 20. So again, about a $50 profit in under a month on a J. King sterling silver necklace. Next is a set of 4 Fondale by Morgantown Martini glasses. These sold very, very fast in under a month. I did accept a best offer of 80 because I was less than 10 in. So these are over a $60 profit. Got these from an online estate auction that I did pick up. So it was a local one. Here you can see the measurement. We actually got several sets of these, and this one was a really fast sale. Next is a Kachina doll. This one I accepted a best offer of $83 on. This one was only listed a month. I purchased it for $10 in an online auction. So it's about a $60 profit. Sold really fast though. A lot of my Kachinas do take longer to sell, but this one was faster selling. Here you can see it is signed Eagle with a J as well. And great sale on this one, and really fast, which I'm happy with because again, those Kachinas normally take a bit longer to sell. Next is another full price sale, another Chanel necklace box. These were higher. They took longer to sell. They took about 3 months, but well over a $65 profit. Here you can see again, beautiful interior velvet cases on these, and I am happy with the sale. I'm okay waiting the 3 months to make a big profit. Next is another full price sale. This is a frame only, and it sold in under a month. I've had these frames in my shed forever and did not list them. And finally was like, we got to get these frames listed. So just the frame, there is no glass. I put antique large gold ornate Baroque Victorian picture frame gold. And I actually got these in a giant closet lot of art and frames. I'm less than $1 in. This one is well over an $80 profit. It actually sold in under a month. So here you can see those photos. Don't think that just plain frames won't sell because they will. Next is a mobile oil gas Pegasus. I sent a 30% offer on this one because it has been listed since June last year, and it sold for $113.74. It's about a $60 profit for me. This is another one I purchased in an online auction. It was in pretty rough shape, but I am happy with the $113 on this one. But again, it did take longer to sell. Next, this is an incredible sale. These sold full price. I picked them up for $4 at the thrift store. I could tell they were very high quality. These are Ned Smith Sportfish tumblers. I did put dolphin and bass. I tried to fit as many as I could. There were other fish as well. So these are well over an $80 profit, and these actually sold very fast. They sold in under a month as well. Keep an eye out for Ned Smith. I did come across a single glass after I sold these. I did leave it because the single ones they're worth about $15 to $20. So for me, I would want to find at least a set of 2 in order to make it worth me picking them up and having to ship a breakable item. Is a chunky black coral branch necklace. I picked this up in an online estate sale, and this sold in under a week. I did accept a best offer of $115. Here you can see the photos. This is beautiful black coral, which is not seen very often. I got very lucky with this, and this one I only paid about $5, so it is over $100 profit. Next is a Norway wool sweater, De Bold Woolmark Amelie cardigan. This was a gorgeous, gorgeous sweater. I got this in a online auction lot. It was a whole closet. I'm less than a dollar into this. It sold for $110, and it sold in under a month. So this one is about a $90 profit. It is just a beautiful sweater. Keep your eyes out for sweaters. This one was new with the tags in immaculate condition, and this is the stuff that I hope to find in those closet lots that I buy, and this one was a great sale. Up next, this was a very fast sale. This one sold in 2 days. This is a BPOE antique elk's tooth pendant, sterling silver. I did put order of the elk estate fine. Got this as an online estate sale, and I am only $5 in. So this one sold at full price. I did have people trying to lowball me the first day, and again, it sold in 2 days. And I identified what this was by using Google Lens. So Google Lens is definitely your friend. This one is over $100 profit in 2 days. So if stuff is unique and catches your eye, definitely look it up. And I am very, very happy with this sale. Up next is this Acma stand mixer. This one, I accepted a best offer of $76 on it. I would not go lower. I paid $20 for it, so it's about a $40 to $45 profit after fees. Picked this up at the thrift store, and really did not know this brand. I just looked it up. There weren't a ton listed, but there were some sold. So I figured I would take a chance on this one. And this one sold in under a month. So pretty fast sale for a $40 profit. Next is some earrings. These took a year to sell. They sold for a best offer of $150. I am less than $5 into these. They are vintage amethyst glass, gold clear. I did put dangle clip-on Baroque art deco mint. $150. I only paid $5. They are well over $100 profit on these. They are not marked. This one was a great sale. Took a year, but big profit on these. Next is a Tiffany cup that was actually returned. So one of my employees did not take a picture that it was inscribed, which is what you're seeing on this front picture. So it was returned, and it actually sold again on a 10% off offer I sent for $134.54, and it sold in under a week of us relisting it. So this is a Tiffany & Co. sterling silver, was stamped $750. I put pen holder vase vintage. We did put C so they could make sure they saw that it was inscribed. And here you can see the photos. I do not polish these vintage pieces up. A lot of people would prefer to do it themselves. Some like to leave it as is. And this one I got actually at a garage sale. I paid $20, so it is close to $100 profit. Next is this Louis Meideke piece. I think I misquoted this on my What Sold video last week. It actually sold for a best offer on $162. The $500 is before my sale kicks in, so it was listed at like $320 after the sale. Sent a 50% offer. It sold for $162. I paid $8. This one took over a year to sell, but it is over $120 profit, and it sold again. Took a long time, but a lot of these higher dollar pieces, you have to wait for the correct buyer to find them. Next is this vintage Mattel Barbie Loves McDonald's restaurant playset. I did put Reed on this one because it was missing a few pieces. This one sold for a best offer of $175. I paid about $30 for this in an online auction, so it's a little over $100 profit. You can see we do take it out and display all the pieces. That way they can see everything that is included with it. And here are photos of the box. You do want to show that condition as well, because collectors want to see that. And this one took about 2 months to sell. All right, we are up to our top 5 items in the month. And first is going to be this postage stamp vending machine. I paid about $50 for this in an online auction. It was listed back in November, so it took about 4 months to sell. We did not have the key for this. So this sold on an offer I sent out of $181.99. So it's a little over $100 profit. Here you can see this one's not in the best of condition, but it's not too horrible. And it was a good sale, happy with the $100 profit in, again, about 3 months, three and a half months on this one. Next is a set of 6. Somebody bought all 6 I had, Hermes Hermes boxes with tissue. So this one in total was $180 sale. I was $24 in. It is over $120 profit. These are small boxes. They are 12 by 10 by 3. They are not big. They did buy all 6 and very, very good profit on this one. Next is a Harmony Kingdom. This one I had listed for a long time, and I sent a half off offer. So it sold for $227. I paid about $100 for this. So it's still a $100 profit. It did have a repair on it, which is why I think it took so long. The neck here was broken. And again, trying to send some higher offers to get this stuff out of my store that have been listed for a long time. All right, top 2. I got this in a online estate auction. It was a lot of collectibles. I am less than $5 in. This one sold for an offer I sent out 10% for $175. And I am making close to $150 on this. So this is the Mexican Tree of Life candelabra sculpture. I did put reed. There was some discoloring on this, and I don't know if it's the glaze or what made it turn this color. It didn't smell like smoke. Nothing else from the house smelled like smoke, but it would not come off. So I think it was actually the glaze on this that turned that yellowish color. But this one was a great sale, less than 2 months, and a really good profit. All right, this is our top selling one. It took about 2 months to sell. I got this from an online auction. I believe I paid around $50 for this. This sold for a best offer of $312, over a $225 profit. I, again, will take some lower. This one sold fast, but it might take a long time to find the right buyer for an expensive set like this. So you kind of have to use your own judgment. I don't set any hard rules that I won't negotiate with myself. You know, I might take less if I'm having a low sales day. There are a lot of different variables that play into that. You can see we took a lot of pictures of this, and this one was a great, great sale. All right, that was everything for my high dollar selling items. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Dalton is waving hello back there in the background. I will be doing a regular what sold later this week. So if you like seeing those bread and butter items too, that will be coming up later this week. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and we will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.